Hi, Sheryl Katzman. I'm a resident here for the past 3 years. I'm the president of the citizen advocacy group known as Just Us. I want to thank everybody, first of all, for being here. Second of all of you who have sponsored or co-sponsored Bill 5214 having to do with the, quote, ban, end quote, on pesticides. We have a very serious problem here in Leisure World with the continual use of pesticide products, including 2,4-D, which is the chemical component of Agent Orange. There is no movement to stop it, although we have requested it en masse, that there be a stoppage of the use of these toxic chemicals in our environment. I want to know what it is that is stopping the 3 members of the County Council, Mr. Katz, Mr. Berlander, Mr. Rice, from signing on and becoming proactive in assuring that your constituents are safe and that their health is foremost.
Do those 3 council members want to respond?
Mr. Katz? We have about 3 minutes left.
Very quickly, Mr. Katz?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Mr. Rice?
Let me just say this, that safety is of the utmost. We have an Environmental Protection Agency that has long been in charge of ensuring the safety of our residents. And we've adhered to those guidelines. As we found out that chemicals were no longer safe, we've taken them off and restricted them from use, and we continue to use them as guidance. I will say this, I've got 2 children that play golf that are on our fields and our recreation facilities. I'll be there tomorrow night and be playing on our golf courses, one of the places that is alleged to be this dangerous, toxic area that's dangerous for our children. I wouldn't let my children play there if I didn't think it was.
Mr. Katz?
Thank you, Sheryl, for the question. I did not sign on to it because I am still, as the committee itself, as the Transportation and Environment Committee, is still looking into what the legislation could be or should be. I've met with all sides on a continual basis. I met this week with a group that's not in favor of the pesticide bill, or however it would be referred to. And obviously there are people in Leisure World that have a variety of opinions on it as well. I am continuing to gather information. I do not know where I will ultimately end up on the bill, but I can promise you that I will certainly look into all sides before my vote is cast.
Mr. Berlander, did you want to comment?
Just very briefly, know that the council president has put forth a bill that would make Montgomery County the largest and the first major jurisdiction in the United States of America to ban the use of pesticides on private property anywhere, okay? This is a big deal. It's a big deal in terms of just the science with respect to it. So what I pledged to the council president was that we would look at this very carefully, get the experts' advice from the National Cancer Institute, get the experts' advice from the EPA, really understand how this would play out and what options there are. Because right now, we have regulations in our county that are not enforced today. So to go from where we are today, which is where people have very little awareness with respect to the dangers of pesticide use, to a ban is quite a leap. And so I felt it's very incumbent upon our committee and on our council to look at this very carefully. I pledged that we would get this work done this fall, and our full council will figure it out. But we agree this is a serious issue. We will address it seriously. My own desire is to have the strongest law in the United States.
Thank you. I understand that a lawn care company has indicated that the cost of this legislation in Leisure World would require homeowners to pay very large sums. I just want to say the answer to that is competitive bidding. There are many lawn care companies that would love to have this business.
Okay.
And so if you're being threatened by a lawn care company that it's going to raise your rates, there's a lot of other lawn care companies that would love to be in that commercial space.